Everybody see me? Okay, I think everybody can see me now. So I'll start right away. Okay, so today we are talking about the basis of life matters. The basis of life matters. What do I mean? The basis of life matters. I believe that we are in this world for a reason, and there are some basic things we have to do in this life. And all these things that we do matters. They matter very well. For example, um, we are here to do something. There are some things that you have to know, or there are some things that you do each and every day that are just basic stuff like bathing, brushing your teeth, dressing up. All these things are basic stuff. And even though you may not think about it that much, they matters. They matter. Okay, they matter. And some of the other things that I think should be the basic things that we need to know is our purpose. Our purpose. Very important, very basic. We are supposed to know why we are here, what we are doing here, and at what we are supposed to accomplish at the end of our life. That's why we have what we call a lifetime. Okay, we all have a lifetime. So from the time you were born to the time you die, that's going to be your lifetime. So what are your purpose? What is something that you think God made you to do, or God has told you what you should do? That is very important. That is very basic. Most of the time we like to learn the complicated things. We want to know complicated stuffs. Meanwhile, we did not know the basic stuff. We did not know the basic stuff. And the basic stuff matters because without the basic stuff, there's no point knowing the complicated stuff or knowing the other things because the basic stuffs are the foundational stuffs. They are things that you start with. Okay. They are things that you have to know. For example, let's take a building, for example. A building has a foundation. Without a foundation, there's no need, you can't even build the building. Okay. The foundation may not be expensive, but it is very important. The foundation may not be expensive, but it matters a lot. If the foundation is not taken care of, or the foundation is not thought about, you don't think about the foundation, there's no point you're going to have a building. Okay, there's no, you not even have a building because every building needs a foundation. You get me? Every building needs a foundation. So today I was just thinking about something very well. I was thinking about, when people start to build, they start with the foundation, they start laying the blocks and doing all these other things. Most of the time, those things are not as expensive as the things they buy in the house to maybe make it beautiful. The chairs, um the equipment and all the other things in the house. Most of the time, those things added together are more expensive than the whole building, than the building itself. Okay, so the things people buy inside, those things are not the basic things. The basic thing is the building. You get it? The building, how it was made. So those are the basic things. But after the basic thing, people now decide that they have to finish the building and buy some other equipment, buy some other things to make the building very nice, paint and all those things. And those things are very important. You know that those things are very important as well. But the basic matters, the basic stuff matters. So just compare that to our self, compare it to yourself. Before you start um, learning other things, other complicated stuff, or getting to have this beautification, remember that the basic things are important. The basic things, as I said earlier, your purpose. There's no point getting a car if that car is not going to help you accomplish your purpose. There's no point marrying someone if that person is not going to help you accomplish your purpose. So the purpose is foundation. Now, the purpose is foundational. It's your foundation. You have to build on something, build on a purpose. If you can't build on your purpose, there's no point getting other stuff. Okay, there's no point getting other stuff. And I believe that's why some people are confused in this world. Many people are confused in this world because of their foundation. Because of their foundation. I'll talk about some other things very soon. I'll talk about some other things very soon. So foundations, the basic things we need to know. Okay, the basic things we need to know. I have, I just saw this, so I'll just read it. Then we learn something from it. The seven principles of life. The seven principles of life. The first thing I learned, or I can see here, is move naturally. Move naturally. This is a principle of life, and this is very important for us. They are not just seven principles of life, they are also seven basics of life. So move naturally. When a child is born, one of the things that make the parents happy as time goes on is to see the child move, is to see the child grow and start to walk. Okay, so move naturally is very important. Is the foundation of everyone's life. Okay, so let me read what I have here. It says, keep your body active and engage through daily low intensive movement rather than just intense structured workout. So just like the, what I said, a child has to go and they start and walk and all these things. So they start to move naturally. They don't need just an intense workout or these plans. No, as long as you can move, as long as you can move, is very important. Very, very important. As long as you can move, that's it. Okay. So the second thing, and I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Find your purpose. Your purpose is very, very important. Very, very important. So after you can move, now your purpose. Your purpose. I'll read what I have here. Wake up each day with a clear sense of meaning. You know, you have to wake up each and every day happy that you are going to do something wonderful for the world. You are going to do something that has meaning. Okay, that has a sense of meaning. Uh, to stay motivated and focused. Let me read this again. Wake up each day with a clear sense of meaning to stay motivated and focused. That's what purpose is. Purpose is just um the reason why someone was made. So if you know the reason why you were made or the reason why you are here on this earth, each and every day you'll be happy to wake up because you know there's a sense of meaning. There's a call for you to wake up, to give yourself, to help in something, to do something wonderful in this world. Very, very important. Find your purpose. The third thing is eat wisely. Eat wisely. You know, when we talk about food, looking at the world now, everything is fast, fast. And sometimes the food that we eat are not really good. Okay, let me read what we have here. Say focus on whole, nutrient dense foods and stop eating when your stomach is 80% full. I read it again. Focus on whole, nutrient dense foods and stop eating when your stomach is 80% full. 80% full. You know, you don't have to stop eating because you're 100% full. Some people, they eat to the extent that they can't breathe again, but that shouldn't be the case. They eat to the extent that they can't breathe again. It looks like they're out of breath. And he's saying Focus on whole nutrient dense food. Your food is supposed to be balanced. I think we learned this when we were children. You have to have balanced diet, a balanced food. You don't just have to just take maybe just carbohydrate or just protein or just the others. It should be balanced. You have to take a food that contains carbohydrates, protein, and some other stuff to make the food balance. Okay, so you should know the nutrients in your food, the food you'll be eating. Very important, you should know it. The fourth thing is manage your stress. Manage your stress. We are all going to be stressed at one point. Whether you like it or not, you are going to be stressed at one point. But you have to manage it. Let me read what we have here. Dedicate time each day to shed stress through practices like meditation, reflection, or simply getting enough rest. Okay, so dedicate some time through through your day or through practices like meditation. You have to meditate. Most of the time, people just their alone time, they just fill it with music or fill it with other stuff to distract them. But you need meditation. Sometimes you just need to sit down there and meditate. Meditate. What are the things I did last month that I shouldn't? Just meditate. Sometimes dreams and plans come into your mind when you meditate. A whole lot of things can come into mind when you meditate. Okay. You can even have a problem, but as soon as you start meditating, you get to find a solution to that problem. Meditation helps relax the mind, it helps solve problems, it helps in a lot of ways. Okay. And the next thing he said, reflection. Reflect. Reflect on the past. Some of the things you did that you think you shouldn't do again, reflect on it. Reflect on it. Stop doing them. Stop, just write them down and decide that you're not going to do them again. And those that you did that were helpful, just add it to your list that you'll be doing it again because it helped you. Okay. And it says getting enough rest. As humans, we need rest. We need rest. Enough rest. You're not supposed to sleep 20, you have 24 hours, you're sleeping just 1 hour. No. Have enough rest. Have enough rest. Okay, so the fifth thing I want us to talk about is cultivate connections. This is very important because most of the time people don't do it because they think, oh, my help will come from someone I do not know. But it's not always the case. Your help can come from people that you know. And because you build connections with them, you build a relationship with them, when you are in need of something, those people can come and help you. Okay, so let me read what I have here. Build deep, lasting relationships and prioritize your family, friends, and community networks. Build deep, lasting relationships. Build deep, lasting relationships and prioritize your family, friends, and community networks. Our families are very important. Let no one tell you to leave your family. No, they are very, very, very important in our life. Friends, they are important. Build those long lasting relationships with them. If you have a friend that you think that friend who is not going to take you anywhere, is not going to help you in any way or form, just leave that relationship and get another one. No one is made to be an island. No one was made to do the thing or to do everything alone. No, no. We were made to communicate. We are social beings. We are social beings. We are supposed to talk with people. So we have to make sure that we build those deep, long-lasting relationship with friends, family, and even community network, the people around us. Okay, that's it for the fifth one. We are doing seven, so seven principles of life. The sixth one is embrace integrity. Embrace integrity. Embrace integrity. I'll read it. Live in alignment with your core moral values, act with honesty, and treat others with profound respect. I read it again. Live in alignment with your core moral values, act with honesty, and treat others with profound respect. Live in live in alignment. We have to have moral values. We have to have core moral values. How you treat someone matters. How you treat yourself also matters. Okay. The Bible makes us to understand that love your neighbor as yourself. So you have to love people just like you're loving yourself. And you have to make sure that the how you behave aligns with your core values. Don't have two lifestyles. No, have one lifestyle. That's what we call integrity. Integrity. You just it's like inside connected, um, interlocked. Just one, um, more. I don't want to say moral values, but one person. You have this core moral values, and anytime people know that you are kind, don't see you kind today and tomorrow you are something else. No, you have a core moral value. Don't see you patient today and tomorrow you are something else. Okay, don't see you innocent today and tomorrow you are something else, because you live in alignment with your core moral values. Okay, uh, it says act with honesty. Honesty, honesty is very important in our life. Most of the time people are not honest about the things they say. They are not honest at all, at all. And it says treat others with profound respect. We are going to meet a whole lot of people in this world, and treating them with respect is very, very important or necessary. Okay, treating them with respect is very, very necessary, because the Bible makes us to understand that whatever you sow, that's what you reap. Don't expect people to respect you when you do not do the same. Don't expect people to help you when you do not do the same. Okay, let's not expect that. Let's not expect that at all. Let's not expect that at all. So the last thing, and I think this is very good because it tells you that you shouldn't just stick to one thing, or let me say stick to one mindset. The seventh thing is keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. Most of the things that happen in this world, or most of the things that um I don't know how to put it, but most of the things, or most of the inventions and the creations and all these things was because these people decided to have an open mind. They were curious. They didn't stick to traditional beliefs, traditional systems. No, they decided to learn and learn and learn. If this doesn't work, they find another way. They were always curious, making sure that they are going to, no matter what they do, they are going to find a solution to this problem. They are going to make sure that solving the problem takes less time. Okay, so keep an open mind, stay curious, learn continuously. Learn continuously. We are growing. Our age, each and every day, the day passes, time is going. We have to learn. We have to keep learning. Keep it. We have to learn, because there are things in our life that we may face, and if we face them and we've not learned how to overcome them, we'll end up being stuck. Okay, so you have to learn continuously, and you have to remain adaptable to the unexpected changes life brings. I was thinking about this last time. The most, or the best word that if I need you to know today is that you have to adapt. Life changes, things changes. Learn how to adapt to the environment. Learn how to adapt. Just because AI is around doesn't mean that the world is over. Just because there are things happening in the world doesn't mean the world is over. Just because the government are doing some things doesn't mean that the world is over. Doesn't mean that you will not be able to get some things, the things you want. No, learn to adapt. Learn to adapt to the changes that life bring. Life will bring so many changes. In fact, changes are necessary in this world. Things need to change. To be serious, things need to change. And if you do not adapt to these changes, you may end up giving up or just at one side doing nothing. But things need to change. Governments need to change. People need to change. Institutions need to change. Education needs to change. Technology needs to change. Every single thing needs to change. Every single thing needs to change. Okay, every single thing needs to change. So we have to keep an open mind. We have to keep an open mind, knowing that oh, I'm facing this today. Tomorrow I'll face something else. Tomorrow I'll face something else. But I shouldn't give up. I should learn to adapt to the situation. I should learn to adapt to the environment. Okay. I should learn to adapt. We are still alive because humans are adapting. The food that was eaten 1,000 years ago is not the same food that are being prepared today. I'm not sure they ate fried rice 1,000 years ago. I'm not sure they ate burger 1,000 years. Sorry, I'm not sure they ate burger 1,000 years ago. I'm not sure they ate this fast food we are having 1,000 years ago. No, but we've adapted. The animals that were not able to adapt, they were extinct. They just died, and they do not exist again. But the animals that did exist, or yeah, did exist, are still living today. Okay, just look around. Most of the time, you see making birds are supposed to make their nest in trees, but they can make it in a building. They can make it anywhere. It's like they're adapting. If there's no trees to make nest on, they'll make it in a building. If you see ants, if they can't stay outside in the soil, they'll find a way in your room. Okay, that's what adaptation means. Whatever happens, you always find a way around it. You will always find a way to solve it. Okay, whatever environment you find yourself, adapt. Adapt. So the basics of life matters. All these basic things we've taught, or which are also called principles, they really matter. Keeping an open mindset, finding your purpose, moving naturally, eat wisely, manage your stress, cultivate connections. People are very important. We can't live on this world in this world alone. In fact, God looked at man and said, "It is not good for man to be alone." So He made someone else. So you have to cultivate connections and embrace integrity. Your yes have to be yes. Your no have to be no. Your no have to be no. I believe we'll get to a point where people will build integrity. They will not say something today and tomorrow they change it. They will not live a life today and tomorrow they are living something. They are living a different life. Yes, you have to live a good life, but stop changing um lanes. Today you are good, tomorrow you are bad. Today you are good, tomorrow you are bad, and you are just doing. No, that's not integrity. That's not integrity. I believe there will be a time like that. I'm also learning. I'm also growing each and every day. I believe there will come a time when I'll be better. Communi- I'll be better with my communication. I'll be better with the things I do, the work I'm building, everything. I'll be better. But I just need to do what? learn continuously. Keep an open mind. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you've gotten this far, just subscribe, subscribe. I'll be bringing these videos. I won't say every day, but once in a while. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'm glad you stayed up to the end. I'm glad if you are watching this, I'm glad you stayed up to the end. I'm really glad. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe also. I'll be much happy. I'll be very happy to see that people have subscribed to this video. Hope you learned something today. Just leave a comment to let me know that you learned something today. Bye bye. See ya.